Hi everybody, welcome to the Paint Pixie page. I am Mio Baclini and this is Make It With Mio. Welcome to my segment of today's Pixie and Prints event. This is a collaboration event with Paint Pixie as well as Digital Deco Designs. So we are really excited to partner up with Kathy. Just wanted to thank obviously my mom and Kathy both for putting this on. There's I think 20 other creators that are live. Today they've been going since like 7 o'clock this morning and they're going all the way until like 10 o'clock tonight. So as my mom was saying, if you were just watching her live, we don't usually do short lives. We are very long-winded storytellers. So I'm gonna do my best. I got a bunch of stuff ready ahead of time. I even have my notes just to make sure. So I will be going till 12:45. Make sure you share this post and do sprinkles and all kinds of stuff like that. That way you can get entered into our giveaway. We at Paint Pixie are giving away 2 different gift cards, and then Kathy is giving away, I think, a membership to her digital deco design. So again, thank you ladies for doing that. I also just wanted to personally just invite or say thank you for my mom to inviting me into this event. I am a painter by trade because she trained me years and years and years ago before I was ever a photographer. But I do lives all the time on different things on my other channels. I have a podcast and I go live on our Paint Pixie stuff. So just make sure you check out our YouTube because I'm building that channel up. But also just, I love watching everybody go live, and I especially like watching my mom go on and create and listening to her tell her stories, because I know one day that's all I'm gonna have left. And I don't mean to sound morbid, but it's like I'm gonna get to watch her like live out her dream and just like have all of this available, all her quirks, all her laughs, and all kinds of stuff like that. So my heart is overflowing with gratitude already for today. So again, you can check us out, paintpixie.com and Digital Deco Designs. I am miobaclini.com. All that stuff should be in the description box if I did this properly. So what I'm doing today, I am using our rounds that we have, and Mom, you have to tell me I forget, is this a 12-inch round on this one? So this one is going to be, I already base coated, so this is like a cooking show, right? Like I already like started. And what I started base coating with was our licorice paint. Just, I like to go dark. So today, we're also gonna be using, so these are the 3 she sent: cream puff, Christmas cookie, and violet lemonade. So I was like, woo, bright pink. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. And then new penny. I'm also going to be incorporating Royal Highness. This is our new one, Prosecco, the champagne one. My new favorite, Starry Night with Onyx. So those are all our liquid pixie dust. Really, really solid coverage. I will also be using some of our palette knives that we have because I like to do scraping and stuff. She also sent me, and this is not the official Paint Pixie packaging, just so you know. So my mom sent me some salt wash to try out, and I opened it up and was like, so the government just doesn't care. Like, we could just look like we're shipping drugs through the mail. Perfect, right? I was just cracking up laughing. Plus, I had just watched a whole season of that show, Griselda, so you know, my brain was like, Mom, what did you send me? And then it's all salt wash. I was like, oh, okay, perfect. So I'm gonna be using that. That's gonna create some texture. Hello, hello. And then the designs that I picked from Kathy, and I already, I did a rip. Some sunflowers. Yes, so if you watched my first live, I was like, what the heck is salt wash? And everyone's like, salt wash! So my mom took care of that very quickly. It was like, yeah, girl, salt wash, here you go. And then I ripped off some corners to the pieces. And then a bee. My real name is Melissa, and it means honeybee. So, also what I wanted to show you guys was our Paint Pixie Magical Mystery Deck. And so I already pulled a card just so that I had my stuff laid out in advance. basically it's a deck that we have where if you are lacking any kind of creativity or you just want to challenge yourself to your own little mysteries, you can pull a card. And so like the one I got for today was choose a theme. And it was like spiritual, love, holiday or music, and then share someone's business page at the bottom. So I was going for the spiritual theme because I'm also an Oracle deck creator as well as a podcast host. And so the positive affirmation that I pulled from my deck that I made for today was I am strong. And hold on, let me grab this real quick. So this was part of, I actually ended up not using the sunflower, but the fact that I pulled I am strong with the sunflower today, and then our theme for spirituality, I'll give you the symbolism for all this. Sunflowers are Leo energy, and they are obviously ruled by the sun, and Leo is the strength, the confidence, the boldness. And so that's our message for today is I am strong. And so I wanted to make sure we included the symbols for strength, right? The sun, also sunflowers, if you know, when there's no sun, they turn to each other. And so what are we doing as a creative community? We are sunshine in human form. We are creativity, bursting with color, bursting with flavor, bursting with sound. And we put out all of these amazing like vibrations and frequencies, and we just get to create and make ourselves happy, make people happy. And we get to bring joy into the world by making art. And I think that's pretty freaking cool. Mom, I didn't cuss. So good job. What else? So, I'm also going to be using our Pixie Doh. This is air dried clay. I already started making little like flower petals. I don't have a hot glue gun. I couldn't find it. So I do have glue though. So I'm going to see like how that happened or how that works. But basically you can, I started painting these little leaves and stuff like that. So everything will be in the description. So my art page is Make It with Mio. And then my podcast stuff, if you're into like that kind of fun stuff, that's Souls and Stardust. But all right, so here's what we're doing first. Already got the base coat going. We are going to take a little bit of the salt wash. I'm going to do a little bit more texture. So I like texture. I like dry brushing. I'm still finding my style with things because when I paint and I'm using watercolors, I do more whimsical designs and illustrations. But when I'm doing crafts, I'm like, oh, give me the layers, give me the colors, give me the depth, give me the stories of all of this, right? So let's go back to the I am strong card, right? So there's a lot that people are going through right now that we don't even talk about, right? And we're facing all kinds of stuff, and we have this inner strength, this resilience, and this grit, right? And sometimes it's hard, and sometimes we feel alone and all of that. But what I'm learning through this community is I'm not alone. I'm not alone in my anxieties. I'm not alone in my fears of getting up here or putting myself out there or anything. Everybody else has that too, whether they've gone live once or gone live 100 times, right? But everybody's so sweet and supportive over here in this corner of the internet. And it really just restores my faith, right? Restores my faith in humanity because everybody's so kind and we're all going through stuff in our personal lives. I've heard stories this week of incredible loss, people going through some of the hardest times in their life, and they're just sitting there with a smile on their face, right? So that's their first layer, right? That's this, like what's going on, right? What's going on underneath? This is why we have to self-care. This is why we have to talk to each other. This is why we have to share our stories, share our victories and our struggles, right? the power of community and sisterhood. I threw a retreat this last weekend. And the amount of healing that happened. We did a sound bath, we did a meditation, we did a fire and ice cold plunge treatment with a sauna and attention setting, so that we would burn away all of our obstacles and burn away all of the things that are holding us back from achieving what we want to achieve. And people left, we had tears, just tears, right? We're just like, ah. And then a lot of us too, as mothers, were like, holy crap, I never even stopped to think of what I needed in this life, or what I need as a woman, as a human being, or as just a person, as a soul. Like, I'm just so busy pouring out into everybody else that no one's really stopped to ask me, hey, what do you need? How can I help you? Right? Do you know who I have watched step up over these last few years, like when I went through my divorce and reacclimating my life? The women. And I recently had to go through, and you know, my best friend lost her mother and recently, and it was the women in the room. Everybody, it was the women in there just staying grounded, supporting, loving, singing, bringing joy to the situation. And then on the flip side, I also got to photograph a birth this last year, and it was the women in the room, and it was like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hold on. So all of that to say, like, what we're doing here, this is more than just getting online and making arts and crafts. This is community. There are people on the other side of this screen, using the joy brush, that don't have friends in real life, that don't get to leave their house, that don't get to... I'm doing the violet lemonade with some of the figgy pudding. And I'm just gonna stipple and add colors throughout here. There are some people who don't have the same opportunities or the same life, and this is all they have. And so they're tuning in and like feeling the community through these groups. And it's beautiful, and it's you know, I saw a meme the other day that was like, the internet's so funny because it's like, I can have these best friends from across the world and I've never seen your legs, but I know all of your trauma. Sorry, I can't see the comments. They're like this big. Hold on. Oh, let me refresh. Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry. There. My bad. There. Okay. So anyways, we're here. We're making new friends. We're building community. We're not just trying to sell people things. Like, we're trying to find more friends like us, so we can find inspiration. Because I'll tell you what, I had no idea what the heck I was going to be doing until, oops, let me go this way, until I started jumping on these lives and watching everybody else create. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, oh, let me do this. Let me go, oh, I have the salt wash. Oh, let me go get my pixie stuff, right? So doing Christmas cookie with some licorice just to add in like little chunks of color. Because if you've ever watched my other videos, I just, layers, 12, 15, 14. Okay. I also have an alarm set because like I said, I am not good at being quiet nor short-winded. Yep. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. See? Newbie stuff. But is the audio okay? I'm a photographer and videographer, so if you do like to look at stuff like that or get tips and tricks for that, you can always follow my other page, Mio Baclini Photography. Okay. I also have Lil D, and it's dry. And I just like to soften the edges, right? And when I say edges, I just mean go over the whole thing, so it just like blends. Let's see, we have some. So what I love about our paints, first and foremost, furniture paints, furniture quality, they are thick with 2 C's. I think I'm going to rip this a little bit more. And by a little, I mean a lot. Thick, self-leveling paints. So when you're doing projects, and look at our brushes. This one's brand new. And yeah, go to our YouTube and you can watch them make our brushes. And I'm not kidding when it's an Italian family and she was literally standing there with a cigarette in her mouth, hand stamping our logo onto everyone. Just standing there. And then the dad with his espresso and like, I don't know what was happening and I don't know if we were excited. I don't know. I just was filming it, but these are amazing. And then make sure when you order them to also pick up the brush cleaner and you keep the soap in the bag. That way when you go to wash it, you're using this and it gets all sudsy and then it pulls this. I also get another one for my makeup brushes because you can clean makeup brushes with our soap and get all that. $12.16. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, I've never used these. So, first goal is to not put my brush in my actual water and not drink my paint water. I was like, Mom, I feel like I'm getting ready to jump in on Double Dutch. It was so stressful. I was like, she's like, okay, don't forget, hit the button at this time and then do this and then I'll do this. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not a DJ. I don't know what we're doing. And then she said, cheap brush for the decoupage. So, okay, we're learning together. Actually, no, this is not what I'm gonna do. I forgot she sent me Meltdown, which is Decoupage and Sealer. So, sorry if I'm using the product wrong. I need to pay attention more. I just got excited. Sprinkled. I love sprinkles. I love sprinkles. So comment your favorite snack. I am a foodie. Leave me your favorite comfort food when you are going through a really tough time. Tell me what that is for you. We're Taurus season. Let's talk about food. Oh, you know, I actually wanted to crinkle that up, but that's okay. Layers, so we just keep fixing. All right. Chocolate. Let's watch that movie, Chocolat. Pasta. To Asian noodles, fried rice is my thing. I can make fried rice and just but yeah, noodles. So, the bee, symbolic for networking and community. Because what does the bee do? It collects from flower to flower for the pollen. I'm gonna save that one though. I am somebody else said it earlier. They're like, I'm in Speedy Gonzalez mode. I'm like, girl, me too, and I'm not even on yet. And I'm okay. The paint underneath was still a little bit wet, so my brush is picking it up, but I don't care because I was gonna age it down anyways. Ice cream, spinach dip. Yeah, this is my bad thing before bed where I'm I'll stand in front of the fridge with cheese and salami, and chicken and a biscuit crackers. I can't even tell you why it tastes like my childhood. Chicken and a biscuit crackers. I'm gonna let that do its thing. Did I get, okay, making sure I got all my colors. So I'm gonna add detail onto that. So paint the Pixie Doh, hold on. I had an open one. Oh, okay, we're just gonna open up a new one then because I'm not gonna sit here and do that to you guys. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, chicken and biscuit crackers. They're not healthy. I try to eat healthy for the most part, but like when it comes to certain snack food and junk, I'm just like, so this is all I did for the flowers, okay? So like I was just doing little petals and rolling them out with, like pushing them out with the palette knife, which now has salt wash all over it. And then, so this is the part, so basically here's all I did for those. I went to Lovely Pinterest and I looked up how they make flower petals with frosting. And I guess, here, let's take this big one. So my birthday's coming up. Maybe if my mom says it's okay, I can make us a promo code or something special because we actually, we have some really cool stuff coming out. I have an elements kit that I curated and put together. So earth, air, water, fire kits. So I'm not gonna sit here and do these. I just want to show you like what I was doing. And then I like roll up the little corners. Yay! My mom said I can share the love. So I just took a little blob, basically. Thank you so much. I kind of just like pinched the edge here and then made it like flat. And then on the table, I just kind of, and then like you can put the little veins for the, like this was me rushing, but this is me rushing some leaves, but you get the idea where you, what I'm gonna play with too is if I can tint the Pixie Dough with the paint and like roll it around and make a tinted dough. That might be something I can try on another live. Or if someone has tried that, let me know. And that's my first time doing petals. So yay, Pinterest. This is why it's important. So if you do have your own page, I do, ooh, the door just slammed upstairs. I do social media branding and coaching and stuff like that. So like if you ever need help in terms of whether it's the technical side of things, getting set up or getting ideas for what to post, what to do, how to shape, like just message me. I'm here. I do help and all that kind of stuff in my other business. And so I like to make sure that everybody feels equipped to know so that they can create, but be optimized. 12:24. Okay. So that's all that. I'm gonna let that dry. So the idea, I was just gonna like kind of plop these and layer them and then probably do my butterfly and then I'll add some final. Oh, so, oh yeah, I do have the beads and stuff like that. So let me get to gluing so I can not panic on time. Like I said, I need to order a glue gun because I did all the homeschool stuff and then like after homeschool, like I don't know what happened to a lot of stuff. So this is my intention for this piece. Since we had the I Am Strong card, I want whoever ends up with this piece, that they feel strong, they feel confident, they feel loved every time they look at it. So I'll do a little giveaway in addition to what they're doing. Hopefully this is glue. Is this glue? Yeah, okay. My mom sent me a bunch of stuff and I was like, oh yeah, I got you. And then I wasn't even paying attention. Typical kid stuff, right? I mean, I'm only gonna be 41. Yep, so I do coaching for creatives. So whether it's like you need help technically or creatively, or some people come to me because they're like, help, I feel stuck and I feel like I'm supposed to shift gears and passionless, or what am I supposed to do from here? I think I just made a big mess, but that's okay. That's life, right? We kind of do that. And I use my intuitive gifts to help people on a little bit deeper level than someone who's just like, yeah, here's how you launch a website. Like, no, we get into the ins and outs of you so that I can fully understand who you are and what your goals are. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna let that sit because I don't want to melt the Pixie Doh on accident and then like I totally messed everything up. So that can do its thing because I'm always gonna put the butterfly like on top of it somehow. Okay. We're learning. Oh, shoot, did I get my... So the story, if you're brand new here, the story behind how I started painting, back in the day, I was just working a regular like marketing job and ran up a really high cell phone bill, and my mom was like, hey, you got to work this off. And so she taught me how to paint. And I learned how to faux finish. I learned how to do murals. And matter of fact, if you go to our YouTube channel, I just touched up a 20-year-old mural that we did together. The lady was like, hey, I had to do some work. There's some water damage. So I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, I like totally remembered when I got to her house. And I'm just doing really like watered down. So watered down versions of the paint just to kind of get some shapes and stuff in here to kind of bring back the floral. Throw some of that. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I get there. It was like surreal walking into like, oh my God, and now I gotta go and cover up some pieces that my mother painted. Like, sorry, Mom. And what's crazy, she made that comment on her live too. She's like, well, you can't eat, paint can't feed your family or something. I'm like, paint fed our family, Mom. Maybe not literally, thankfully, but dude, she made sure we never went hungry. Single mom, always encouraged me as an artist. She's awesome, sweetest. And she's consistently like, who you deal with is who I deal with. Except for maybe the little more, like, the more funnier version, if you could imagine that. All right, let's start adding in some Royal Highness and Starry Night with a hint of onyx. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Does it matter? How are we doing on time? 12:29. Okay. Talking to myself. What else? What else was I gonna say? So yeah, that's Josie, through and through. Sweet as pie. And every time we go to create new products or ideas, like literally just thinking about you guys in mind of like what you guys will love. Or there's times I pitched ideas and she's like, nope, they're not gonna dig that. I'm like, okay. Because she's like, she's so in tune with, you know, this is how we can help, right? What's cool is like seeing her create and come out with products that we just talked about while we were on our jobs. Like, oh, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this, right? And then seeing, I'm sprinkling in some of the green. Let's tie that in. I'm digging this decoupage. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. All right, what do we got here? Ah, it's therapy for me. So I literally, like, I usually do very intuitive art where I'm like, okay, what needs to come out of my heart today? What messages do I need to focus on? And sometimes it's not even the piece itself. It's like, what do I need to think about while I'm creating, right? Because that's where our healing comes into place, is our self-reflection, our self-awareness. Whether you're showering, walking, actually meditating, you know, some people need to move their bodies. Okay, I know I keep saying that. I don't know if I'm gonna add these. Maybe. I made a big mess with the glue. That's why your girl needs a glue gun. Sorry. That's okay. 12:33. All right. Let me do more violet. I just realized like this, you can't even see this, but that's okay. We're just here to hang out. All right. Any other comments? And I do talk about this too, but we as creators, like, dude, creator energy is the purest form of love. And whether you call it God, whether you call it source, whether it's just the things we can't name, right? When we're creators, we are tapped into something bigger than ourselves. When we pull things out of the ethers and bring it into fruition. So just remember how powerful you are in terms of how powerful and strong you are in terms of creating the life that you want, the business that you want. I'm mixing some of the, I'll probably regret this later, but that's okay. We're just gonna make it nice and messy, because that's what Bob Ross would do. Everything intentional. So this is why I kind of wanted to do this beforehand, but I panicked. But that's us as artists, right? We can adapt. 12:34, okay. We adapt and we create. And when we're faced with problems, we're faced with issues, we figure it out, because that's what we do as creators, artists. And just because someone else hasn't done it or someone else has done it doesn't mean that you can't or that you shouldn't, because you haven't done it. the world doesn't have your signature style on that yet. Adding a little bit of Prosecco in. $12.35. So do not forget, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, flower made with Pixie Doh. Can you see it? After this live, I'll probably add more. Sorry, I have my live going on YouTube over here in the corner. So yes, dry brushing in some of the Prosecco mixed with the violet lemonade, mixed with a touch. And then I blend. So I do like to mix colors. Here, let me just show you these real quick. Okay. Just look, we're here and we have a few minutes. So like this is one paint sample I did, but this is where I had a lot of fun, is creating like a patina sample. So, and then this, using that 24 karat gold statuary onyx. And like, how pretty would that be for like a tabletop or a top of a dresser or a mirror or something? So, and purple is the color of royalty. Just so you don't forget, which also taps into that Leo, that lion energy. With the I am strong. And then let's hit the butterfly. Not hit it, but a little bit of that. Did I use all my colors? Okay. It's like, this is like Chopped, but for paint. You know, where they're like, all right, here's your basket. You have an olive, some orange juice, and a Nutter Butter. Like, create something. And you're like, okay. That's what I felt like. So I base coated that with Starry Night. Ooh, a carpet runner painted. That's dope. That's really cool. I can appreciate that. I like people who aren't afraid to try things. Like, people get so scared to just do new things. And it's like, what do you care? Just do it. The year of yes. Say yes to things. Be bold. Live a little. Don't talk yourself out of so much. Okay? When people invite you to things, go. There we go. So I'm just gonna put that there because that's what we're gonna pretend until I order on Amazon my little glue gun. Oh yeah, we gotta add the bee. This is fun. I like it. Be yourself. My son would be like, Mom, please don't make puns. Like, I can't help it. Let that dry. Are we on time? All right, so 12:39, and I think, all All right, we got 5 minutes. So real quick, wrap it up. I'm gonna keep working on this a little bit if I can figure out how to talk at the same time, because it's like playing an instrument and singing at the same time. But just remember, do your sprinkles, your giveaways, so that you can get entered in for the gift card and for the membership. And then check out our elements kits that are coming out on Mother's Day. And then the colors I used today were Violet Lemonade, Cream Puff, Christmas Cookie. I used Lil D, the turquoise iris, 80, I can't see, 35 palette to help make those Pixie Doh. And then if you're just jumping onto, that's the Pixie Doh. So it comes like that, air dry. And then we have all of our different stuff. So when you do have like your furniture and all kinds of stuff, I just used this on a mural that I just touched up in the backyard, and it handled the wall, the brick wall beautifully on terms of coverage. I used our Pixie paints, and we have our sealers and all that kind of stuff too. So coming from somebody who's actually using the products, I actually believe in them and say they are worth every single penny, and I would buy them even if it wasn't our family line, just because you get what you pay for when it comes time to make your creations. Like Kathy's papers are beautiful. They didn't, like, I had to rip them obviously, but like I've done other decoupage stuff where it's like, you know, you go to smooth it out with the brush and it's so gross, it just breaks apart. So these are beautiful. I'm definitely going to be using these on some bigger furniture stuff that I have coming up. And then yeah, just make sure you go into the description, follow us, all of that kind of good stuff. Trying to build up our YouTube channel to back up all of our Facebook lives, because our Paint Pixie has so many lives. I just want people to be able to jump on and click a playlist on YouTube and go, oh, let me learn about everything on how I can use the Pixie Doh or whatever. So here's what we got going on so far. I'm going to tone down all that white though. I will probably be working on this while you guys are still creating. 12:42. Does anyone have any questions for me? Because I will pull one more of these. So this was our card of the day. So that was from my I Am affirmation deck that I made. I am strong. So that was our positive affirmation today. Just don't forget how strong you are. Bottom of the deck was I am recovering from my traumas. And so I hope that when you're creating your pieces, that it's helping you heal one piece at a time. And I hope that you can find, like, let your hands be the words that your heart can't say, and that you can just be yourself, be wholeheartedly yourself, and that you know that around this community you are very much loved and supported. I think, oh, next, my girl crush, Lindy, I believe, Taterbuggin. So, Lindy, if you're watching, I freaking adore you. And I was telling my mom, I was like, she's one of my girl crushes because she's so stinking cute and nice, and I just want to hug her and just like be her friend. So, one of these days. So, yes, thank you guys for jumping on. Yeah, that's what we got here. Let me see if I can not let the flower fall off. And look at how pretty. So yeah, I'm going to keep adding to this. But you can see the salt wash, you can see the texture. I'm going to add more layers of Prosecco on, probably with an artist brush. You can see. And then maybe do a hangy piece or something. I don't know. We'll see. So nice to meet you all. Yep. Oh, so yep. Code PixiePrints20 for the 20% off. I will post a picture. I will definitely post a picture. Yep. And I think that code is good all weekend. So Lindy, I cannot wait to watch you next. Oh, I gotta add, while you're up, I'm gonna be adding my new penny on. So, whoops, I tried. All right. Oh, the Earth Elements kit first, okay. Oh, I wasn't sure if we're launching them all at once or if they're going to be like one at a time. All right, 12:45. Bye. Love you, Mom.